Good morning, everybody. I'm Mike Nicholas. I'm president of the Rockford Area Economic Development Council. Rockford, the Economic Development Council is funded by 200 investors, mainly private companies, and funded to a certain extent by the city of Rockford and Winnebago County and some other municipalities. But Rockford is a big manufacturing center. At one time, a lot of innovative products were made in Rockford. Then, like a lot of manufacturing centers, there was a little bit of decline, but now we're coming back. And I think we offer some real advantages from a supply chain standpoint for many companies in Chicago. So this is just a shot of the downtown area in the Rock River. But, and like I say, we have about 200 investors. We work mainly on business retention, keeping companies that are in Rockford right now there, and convincing them they can't solve all their problems by moving 20 miles north of Wisconsin. So we do work on business attraction. We've had quite a few successes there as well. And a problem for every economic development group in the country is workforce development. We're the third largest city in the state. We're 60 minutes away. We have world-class attraction events. They're very, very easy to commute around Rockford. So people who are interested in kind of that urban experience without the congestion of Chicago, Rockford is a great place to live. We've got the Ice Hogs, which is the farm team for the Blackhawks, so a lot of the Blackhawk players kind of go up and down between Rockford and Chicago. We started out as a furniture company, and then knitting machines and fasteners, and we still are a big aerospace cluster. We do a lot of work with amateur sports tournaments. So this is the downtown area at Christmas time, and we have a place there called Anderson Gardens, which is a Japanese garden that John Anderson's built, who's a very wealthy individual. So we have world-class logistics. If you want to ship things, Rockford is a great place to be. UPS has their second largest air cargo hub at our airport, third largest air cargo hub in the world. Anything that can land at O'Hare can land in Rockford. We can land Airbus 380s, we can land the Boeing 787. We have a foreign trade zone at the airport. We have our own customs there, so you can get through customs quickly. We do a lot of international charter flights, so people can get in and out of customs fairly fast. AAR, which is in Wooddale, is opening a new maintenance, repair, and overhaul operation in Rockford. The hangars are being built right now. They're going to repair wide-body jets there. And to help facilitate them coming to Rockford, we built A&P school, which is for aircraft mechanics, right next to AAR, and kids can go there, be trained as an A&P mechanic, and graduate and get a job making $55,000 a year as an airplane mechanic out of school. So AAR is projected to hire between 500 and 1,000 people once they get up and running. We've got a lot of highways running through Rockford, so we can ship things fairly easily. FedEx Ground and Conway are all big carriers in our area. In Rochelle, which is about 20 minutes south of where we are, the Burlington Northern Santa Fe lines and the Union Pacific lines cross there, and there's a big intermodal hub there where they offload containers and ship them into the city. You can offload a container in Rochelle and have it into Chicago faster than if it stays on the train, because it gets off quick, it's on a truck, and it's on its way. We've got a proximity to a lot of major markets, so we can supply people not only in Chicago but in Madison and Milwaukee. So we like to say that we heart manufacturing. Our manufacturing employment is twice the state average. So we are makers. We make a lot of things. If you go to our website, which is rockfordil.com, we have a supply chain tool on there. You can enter the type of company you're looking for and search for that company. Also, if you want to spell out a certain level of specification that company can meet, you can spell that out as well, which is important because we have a lot of people in the aerospace industry and they have certain specifications they have to hit. We do have a good workforce. We have a good manufacturing work ethic. We have a big community college, Rock Valley College. Northern Illinois University and Rock Valley College just announced a week or two ago that they're going to offer a 4-year program on the campus of the community college. You go to the community college for the first 2 years. You go to Northern Illinois University for the second 2 years. You get your engineering degree in 4 years. Total all-in tuition costs will be less than $40,000 for all 4 years. And you graduate and get a job paying $60,000 a year with a relatively low level of student debt. So it's going to be a great thing to help us grow our own engineers and supply the engineers we're going to need, because just to supply the growth of our industry in Rockford, we're going to need 500 engineers over the next 10 years. But then to replace all the baby boomers that are going to retire in the next 10 years, we need 5,000 engineers. So this is how we decided to solve this problem. We also have a program called Jet A, which is an internship program for kids that want to work at the aerospace companies. We have a group called Alignment Rockford, which has developed an academy program in the high schools. And we have a fast-track CNC training program called TechWorks. So these are some of the companies that are in Rockford. Packaging Coordinators is a big pharmaceutical packaging company. Thermo Fisher Scientific does protein research and makes little kits that the police use to analyze people that are killed or injured. Nippon Sharo makes light rail cars. The rest of the names I think you recognize: GE Aviation, BE Aerospace. Woodward Governor is now just called Woodward. They make a lot of the fuel regulators on the turbine engines that are used in the GE turbines on the aircraft. So, like I say, we are manufacturing people. We do have a lot of food processing as well. We have 3 major hospitals, all of which are linked to bigger chains. So, Swedish American Hospital is part of the University of Wisconsin health system. We have a health system called OSF, which is part of Mayo Clinic, and Mercy Hospital and Rockford Healthcare Systems just merged, and Mercy is moving their headquarters from Janesville, Wisconsin to Rockford. And then they just announced last week they're going to build a new $400 million hospital over on I-90. We have a lot of call centers. One of the reasons we have a lot of call centers is we have good labor force, and we have reliable power. We have a nuclear power station in Byron, Illinois, and we have a relatively low rate of power outages, which is very important for call centers. So aerospace is a big industry. Off-road vehicles, we do a lot of work for John Deere and Caterpillar and people like that. We have a lot of hydraulics manufacturers. We have a lot of people who make specialty fasteners for automotive and for other applications as well. Food processing, we have a ConAgra plant in South Beloit that just, ConAgra just closed a facility in Ripon, Wisconsin that does contract manufacturing of cookies, and they're moving 150 jobs from that plant to South Beloit. So you hear a lot of stories about jobs leaving Illinois and going to Wisconsin, but there are things coming back the other way as well, in spite of the dysfunction in Springfield. There's about $1 billion being invested in Rockford right now. Woodward just built a new state-of-the-art manufacturing plant. It is unbelievable what they've done. They even have a machine there that does diamond coating on some of the parts that go into the valves on the jet engines. So when the pilot hits the throttles, there's no friction at all on those valves, and the jet powers up right away. But they're installing like 2 or 3 new $1 million machining centers every week in that facility. So it is a lot of investment being made. We're revitalizing the downtown area. There's new hotels going in, new sports complex, new convention center. Unemployment in Rockford 5 years ago was hovering around 20%. Now we're bumping along just a little bit below 6. So we're getting there. Sometimes our unemployment rate is lower than Chicago's. So we've got, like I say, a big airport. We just added another airline out there that flies between Colorado and New York. Myers is opening stores in our area. We have the I-90 corridor, I-39 corridor, a lot of new buildings going up along there. So a lot happening. It's the number 6 place to make your mark according to Forbes, number 4 for home affordability and healthcare access, and one of the best places for teachers. So it's a good place if you're looking for a source for some of your components, for machine shops, for welding. We make a lot of tanks. So if you're looking for a source or a supplier for a certain component or a certain service, go on our website, use our search tool, look for a company that can help you, or just call me, and we'll hook you up with somebody that can help supply what you're looking for.